You're reaching for a glass in the kitchen cabinet, and suddenly your arm gives out. You stumble, almost fall. It feels like your muscles just disappeared. No pain, no warning, just a slow, quiet failure of your body to respond the way it used to. A few weeks ago it was struggling to carry groceries. Before that, maybe skipping stairs because your legs didn't feel stable. You didn't think much of it, just aging, right? Wrong. What you're experiencing isn't normal aging. It's a stealth attack. A muscle meltdown happening under the radar, eating away at your strength, balance, and independence without making a sound. It begins earlier than you think. In your 40s and 50s, your body may already be shedding muscle silently. By the time you're in your 60s or 70s, it could be too late to fully bounce back. But here's the scariest part. Most people don't even know it's happening until a fall, a fracture, or a hospitalization forces them to face the truth. And the culprits? They're not just a lack of exercise or protein. There are hidden forces, biological, behavioral, and even medical, that sabotage your muscle health every day. These 5 silent killers are robbing older adults of their strength, shrinking muscle tissue, and dramatically increasing the risk of disability, dementia, and even death. If this caught your attention, subscribe to the channel and comment below. Have you ever ignored a symptom like this? Let's keep going. Your joints ache. You feel stiff every morning. Maybe you've been told it's just arthritis or getting older. But here's the truth. Chronic inflammation is not just discomfort, it's a muscle killer. When your body stays in a constant low-grade inflammatory state, a condition called inflammaging, it begins to break down muscle proteins faster than your body can rebuild them. Over time, even the most active adults lose lean muscle mass, strength, and function. And here's the kicker. This inflammation doesn't always come with visible swelling or pain. It's quiet, insidious, and deeply damaging. So, what causes it? Processed foods high in refined carbs, seed oils and sugars, sleep deprivation. Even one bad night spikes inflammatory markers. Sedentary lifestyle. Sitting for hours triggers inflammatory cascades. Undiagnosed medical conditions like type 2 diabetes or autoimmune disorders. Your immune system, meant to protect you, ends up attacking your muscle health. The risks: faster progression of sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, decreased mobility, increased insulin resistance and body fat, higher fall risk. What can you do? 1. Eat anti-inflammatory foods. Prioritize fatty fish like salmon, berries, leafy greens, turmeric, and extra virgin olive oil. Cut out processed snacks, soda, and refined carbs. 2. Move every day. A 30-minute walk can lower inflammation markers like CRP. Light resistance training works even better. 3. Prioritize sleep. 7 to 9 hours a night. Non-negotiable. Poor sleep accelerates both inflammation and muscle breakdown. 4. Consider medical testing. Ask your doctor about markers like CRP, IL-6, and homocysteine. Silent inflammation can be measured and addressed. Real talk. Inflammation doesn't just age you, it steals your physical freedom. If you're waking up stiff, tired, or weak, your body may already be under attack. We still have 4 more killers to uncover, and the next one might already be lurking in your medicine cabinet. You trust your doctor. You take your pills. But what if the medications meant to help you are slowly breaking your muscles down? Every year, millions of older adults are prescribed drugs that, often silently, contribute to muscle wasting, weakness, and loss of balance. We're not talking about rare side effects. These are widely used medications that interfere with muscle function in sneaky but significant ways. The biggest offenders? Statins, used to lower cholesterol, but in many older adults they can cause muscle pain, weakness, and even a condition called rhabdomyolysis, a dangerous breakdown of muscle tissue. Corticosteroids. Long-term use of drugs like prednisone can shrink muscles, weaken bones, and suppress your body's ability to build new muscle. Certain antidepressants and benzodiazepines. These can lead to fatigue, sedation, and reduced movement, all of which accelerate muscle loss. Proton pump inhibitors, PPIs. Meds like omeprazole, used for heartburn, may interfere with magnesium and calcium absorption, critical for muscle contraction and strength. Why is this so dangerous? Because the symptoms don't scream muscle loss. You may just feel tired all the time, a little weaker, unsteady on your feet, less motivated to move. You assume it's age. But it might be your prescription. What to do? 1. Never stop a medication on your own, but do review your list with your doctor or pharmacist. Ask directly, are any of these drugs known to impact muscle health? 2. Track your symptoms. Keep a notebook. If you notice weakness, fatigue, or balance changes shortly after starting a new medication, speak up. 3. Explore alternatives. For many chronic conditions, lifestyle changes or less muscle-toxic meds may be available. You have options. 4. Support your muscles proactively. Exercise, especially resistance training, and protein intake become even more critical if you're on one of these meds. Bottom line, your prescriptions may be necessary, but that doesn't mean they're harmless. Silent muscle damage is a real risk. Coming up next, a healthy habit that's actually destroying muscle from the inside out. You're going to want to hear this one. You're eating healthy. Maybe a salad for lunch, some toast with peanut butter in the morning, maybe soup for dinner. Light meals, plant-based, low-fat. Sounds smart, right? Not always. Here's a hard truth. Many older adults in the US are severely under-eating protein, and they don't even know it. The consequences: accelerated muscle loss, slower recovery from injuries, weaker bones, and frailty. This is one of the most underestimated and under-discussed killers of muscle in aging bodies. Why it happens: appetite declines with age, so you eat smaller portions. Older adults absorb protein less efficiently, meaning you need more, not less, to maintain muscle. Fear of red meat, fat, or calories leads many to cut back on quality protein sources. Plant-based eating trends, while often healthy, can leave gaps if not carefully managed. The science: once you hit 60, your body becomes anabolic resistant. That means it doesn't respond to protein the way it used to. To stimulate muscle building, you need more protein per meal, about 25 to 30 grams spread throughout the day. If you're getting less than that, your muscles are starving, even if you feel full. The risk signs: you're losing weight unintentionally. You feel weak or tire easily when climbing stairs. You're recovering more slowly from illness or injury. Your legs or arms look thinner or softer than before. The solution: 1. Prioritize high-quality protein sources. Eggs, chicken, turkey, fish, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, lean beef, tofu, tempeh. Include one of these in every meal. 2. Space it out. Instead of eating all your protein at dinner, aim for 25-30 grams per meal, including breakfast. 3. Use protein supplements strategically. Whey protein shakes or collagen with added leucine can be game changers, especially if appetite is low. 4. Don't fear food. Muscle is made from protein. If you're skipping it to eat light, your body is literally consuming itself. Bottom line, if you're over 60 and eating like you did at 30, you're probably underfueling your muscles, and weak muscles lead to weak immunity, weak bones, and loss of independence. Next up, a lifestyle factor so common it's considered normal, but it quietly destroys muscle faster than almost anything else. You wake up, have your coffee, read a bit, maybe go for a short walk. The rest of the day? Sitting at the table, in the car, on the couch. You're not lazy, you just like to relax. Besides, you're retired, you earned it. But here's the hidden danger. Even just a few days of too much sitting can start to break down muscle. This is not just about skipping the gym. We're talking about loss of muscle function, fiber size, and strength within 72 hours of inactivity. And the older you are, the faster it happens. What's really going on? As we age, muscle maintenance depends heavily on movement. When you sit for extended periods, your muscle protein synthesis drops dramatically. Blood flow to your muscles slows down. Your nervous system reduces neuromuscular signaling, weakening your connection to strength and coordination. Even short periods of inactivity, like a week of rest after illness, can trigger what scientists call disuse atrophy. For someone in their 20s, the recovery is quick. For someone over 60, it could take months or may never fully reverse. But isn't rest important? Yes, but there's a difference between rest and sedentary living. Rest heals, sedentary living steals. What to do? 1. Break up long sitting sessions. Set a timer every 30-60 minutes. Stand, stretch, walk around, even for 2 minutes. 2. Incorporate NEAT activities. NEAT says non-exercise activity. Thermogenesis, that means sweeping the floor, gardening, cooking, walking to the mailbox. All of it counts. 3. Add strength-based movement. Use resistance bands, light dumbbells, or even bodyweight exercises like squats, wall push-ups, or chair stands. 2 to 3 times a week is enough to make a big difference. 4. Don't wait for motivation. Make movement non-negotiable, like brushing your teeth. Do it before your body reminds you why you should have. Final thought: sitting feels harmless until you can't get out of a chair without help. Muscle doesn't just disappear, it deactivates slowly, quietly, until one day you fall. And the 5th killer we're about to cover? It makes all the others worse. It's something that seems natural, but can destroy muscle at a cellular level. You feel slower, you've lost your edge, you're tired, weaker, and recovery from anything, exercise, stress, even sleep deprivation, takes longer than it used to. Most people chalk this up to aging, but there's a silent driver behind much of it: hormonal decline, and it's not just about testosterone. As we age, our body's hormonal orchestra starts to fall out of tune, and that hormonal imbalance can sabotage muscle growth, repair, energy production, and even motivation to move. What hormones are involved? Testosterone, critical for muscle synthesis in both men and women. Levels start dropping as early as age 30. Growth hormone, GH, essential for cellular repair and regeneration. Declines significantly with age. Insulin-like growth factor 1, IGF-1, works hand in hand with GH. Low levels are directly linked to muscle wasting and frailty. Estrogen, in women, plays a role in muscle strength and coordination, especially after menopause. Cortisol, chronic stress, keeps this hormone elevated, which breaks down muscle tissue and blocks recovery. Why it matters? You could be eating well and exercising, but if your hormones are out of balance, your body won't respond. You won't build muscle efficiently. You won't recover. You'll feel frustrated, tired, and stuck. And since most doctors focus on treating diseases, not optimizing hormones, these shifts are often completely ignored. What to look for? Loss of muscle despite exercising, lower libido, mood swings, anxiety or irritability, fatigue or brain fog, increased belly fat, or difficulty losing weight. Poor sleep, especially early waking. What to do? 1. Get tested. Ask your doctor for a full hormone panel, including testosterone, free T3, T4, estradiol, IGF-1, and cortisol. Most are covered by insurance. 2. Strength train. Resistance exercise is one of the few ways to naturally stimulate both testosterone and GH. 3. Sleep in total darkness. Deep sleep boosts growth hormone. Poor sleep destroys it. 4. Reduce chronic stress. Meditation, breathwork, cold exposure, or even walking in nature can help lower cortisol and protect your muscle tissue. 5. Consider medical support. In some cases, bioidentical hormone therapy may be appropriate, but only under a qualified medical provider. Key message: hormonal decline isn't just aging. It's a treatable, trackable, and reversible factor in muscle loss if you catch it in time. Coming up next, how these 5 killers combine in a dangerous feedback loop, and what you can do starting today to stop and reverse muscle loss at any age. You might think these muscle killers act independently, one from food, one from meds, one from inactivity. But the truth is far worse. They feed off each other. They multiply each other's effects. That's what makes them so dangerous. Let's break it down. You eat less protein, so your muscles weaken. Weaker muscles make it harder to move, so you move less. Inactivity leads to more inflammation and insulin resistance. Inflammation triggers hormonal imbalances, and speeds up muscle breakdown. Low hormones reduce motivation and energy, so you sit more, eat worse, and lose more muscle. And some of the medications you're on? They worsen the inflammation, blunt your hormonal response, and further drain your muscle mass. It becomes a vicious cycle of decline, quietly pulling you toward frailty, falls, and long-term disability. And the worst part? It happens slowly. So slowly, in fact, that you don't notice, until one day you do. When standing up takes effort. When a small stumble turns into a fracture. When recovery from a cold takes weeks instead of days. This is not about vanity. This is not about getting fit. This is about survival, independence, and aging on your own terms. So what's the answer? Intervention. Now. Not with drastic diets or intense workouts, but with consistent, targeted action. Because the same way these killers feed each other, the right habits can do the opposite. Protein plus strength training, hormonal boost movement, less inflammation, plus better sleep, lower cortisol, plus higher GH, lower stress, fewer meds, better energy and muscle retention. You can create a virtuous cycle, but only if you understand what you're up against. In the next chapter, we'll lay out a complete weekly plan to protect and rebuild your muscle at any age, even if you're starting from scratch. Don't miss it. You've seen the silent killers. You understand the risks. Now it's time to take back control. No gimmicks, no overnight miracles. Just a science-backed, achievable weekly plan to protect and rebuild your muscle, even if you're over 60, out of shape, or starting late. This 7-day plan is built on 4 pillars: movement, nutrition, recovery, mindset. Day 1. Assess and activate. Do a sit-to-stand test. How many times can you rise from a chair in 30 seconds? Track your number. Go for a 15-minute walk after lunch or dinner. Eat 25-30 grams of protein at breakfast. Eggs, plus as Greek yogurt, is a great combo. Day 2. Anti-inflammation. Day. Add salmon or sardines to your lunch or dinner. Cook with turmeric and black pepper, a powerful anti-inflammatory duo. Move every hour. Set a timer. Even 2 to 3 minutes of walking or stretching matters. Day 3. Strength start. Do bodyweight squats, wall push-ups, and seated knee lifts. 2 sets of 10 to 15 reps each. Include a whey protein shake post-workout or collagen with added leucine. Practice deep breathing or meditation for 5 minutes to lower cortisol. Day 4. Sleep reset. Go to bed by 10 p.m. Avoid screens 90 minutes before sleep. Eat a small snack with protein plus carbs before bed if hunger disrupts your sleep. Day 5. Hormone boost. Day eat healthy fats, avocado, nuts, olive oil. Do 20 minutes of moderate resistance training, bands or weights. Get sunlight exposure in the morning, boosts vitamin D and hormonal balance. Day 6. Movement recovery. Take a long walk, 30 minutes or more. Use Epsom salt in a warm bath for magnesium replenishment. Eat colorful vegetables, especially leafy greens and beets. Day 7. Reflection. Plus, reset. Retest your sit-to-stand or grip strength if you have a dynamometer. Journal. What worked? What felt good? What surprised you? Plan your next week. Schedule your meals and movement blocks. Important tips throughout the week. Hydration. Muscles need water. Aim for half your body weight in ounces daily. Supplements. Consider creatine, 3-5G daily, vitamin D3, magnesium glycinate. Social connection. Isolation accelerates muscle loss. Walk with a friend. Cook with family. This isn't about perfection. It's about momentum, 1 week at a time. In the final chapter, we'll bring it all together and show you why protecting your muscle could be the single greatest investment in your health and independence. It's not about six-packs. It's not about vanity. It's about this: getting up without help, carrying your own groceries, walking confidently across a parking lot, recovering from illness without landing in the hospital. Living on your terms. Muscle is not just about strength. It's about survival. After age 60, your muscle becomes your most powerful predictor of longevity, cognitive health, immune function, balance, and fall prevention. Quality of life. Let that sink in. Muscle isn't cosmetic, it's protective. It shields your brain, your bones, your metabolism, and your independence. And the 5 killers we've uncovered? They don't just steal your strength, they steal time, freedom, dignity. But here's the beautiful truth: you can fight back. At any age, even in your 70s, 80s, or beyond, muscle can be rebuilt. So here's your call to action. If you've been sitting too long, stand up. If your meals are low on protein, add it. If your doctor never checked your hormones, ask. If you felt weak, tired, or slow, don't accept it as normal. The decline is not inevitable. It is preventable. And if you've already started losing strength, it's reversible. 1 rep at a time, 1 meal at a time, 1 walk, 1 choice, 1 week at a time. This is your body, your life, your fight to win. Or if this video gave you clarity, strength, or motivation, subscribe to the channel, share it with someone you love, and comment below. What's one change you'll make this week to protect your muscle? Because you are not fragile. You are not done. You are stronger than you think. Tal vez creas que la pérdida muscular solo afecta tus piernas, tus brazos o tu fuerza física. Pero hay algo que muy pocos saben. La pérdida muscular acelera el deterioro cognitivo. Sí, perder músculo también puede costarte memoria, claridad mental e incluso aumentar tu riesgo de demencia. ¿Cómo sucede? El músculo no es solo tejido, es un órgano endocrino. Cuando lo activas, libera miocinas, unas sustancias que protegen tu cerebro del estrés oxidativo, reducen la inflamación sistémica, una de las causas del Alzheimer. Mejoran la sensibilidad a la insulina en el cerebro. Estimulan el flujo sanguíneo cerebral. Cuando pierdes masa muscular, también pierdes esta defensa invisible. Además, los adultos mayores con menor fuerza muscular tienen tasas más altas de deterioro cognitivo leve, trastornos del estado de ánimo, pérdida de autonomía para actividades básicas como manejar o preparar comidas. ¿Qué puedes hacer hoy? 1. Muévete para tu mente. Cada caminata, cada sentadilla, cada sesión con pesas alimenta tu cerebro tanto como a tu cuerpo. 2. Proteína para la memoria. Consumir suficiente proteína no solo mantiene el músculo, sino que también nutre neurotransmisores clave, como la dopamina y la serotonina. 3. Entrena con intención. Haz ejercicios que también involucren coordinación, equilibrio y foco mental, yoga, tai chi, baile, ejercicios con instrucciones. 4. Conéctate. La interacción social combinada con actividad física, como caminar con amigos o bailar en grupo, potencia la neuroprotección. Cuidar tu músculo es cuidar tu mente. No esperes a olvidar dónde dejaste las llaves para tomar acción. El movimiento es medicina. Y tu cerebro lo sabe.